Welcome back to Design Bundles YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to apply HTV to a tank top using a Cricut EasyPress. Now I'm using the bigger 10 by 12 Cricut EasyPress today, and I've got my 14 by 14 Cricut pad here. Now, one thing that you want to pay attention to whenever you guys are doing tank tops like this, for example, with the Razorback here, you have these seams. So we want to make sure that we are going to avoid those. Now, one thing about these tank tops, you want to come down around 4 fingers or so. So our design is going to be somewhere right about in here. Because I am using that 8 by 10, I am going to avoid those. So as long as you're able to avoid those, you're going to be good to go. If not, you definitely want to use a pressing pillow. I have used the Cricut heat guide to find my time and temp. You're just simply going to go to the heat guide. I'll have it linked down below. And I actually save this to the front screen of my phone. So that way you can easily come in, choose your machine, choose your materials, as well as your the materials you're using, as well as your substrate. And then it's going to give you the exact time and temp. So for the everyday iron-on, which this is Caesar Easy Weed, which would be the exact same settings, they have it at 315 for 30 seconds. Now, if you were using a heat press, you would have it around 305 for 10 to 12 seconds. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already cut this out, and I actually use my Cricut Maker 3 for this, but you can use any of your die cutting machines. I use Caesar Easy Weed in black as well as their pink, and I believe this is their new color. It's one of their new ones called Flamingo. So let's go ahead and get ready to weed everything out. And I've already preheated my Cricut EasyPress, like I said, so that way we are going to be ready to go. Now, in the meantime, if this starts to beep at you that it's been setting too long, just click any button and it's going to stay awake. So let's go ahead and start weeding. We'll start with our pink layer here, just like so. And we're just going to get us a corner and start weeding. I do believe that the Caesar Easy Weed is one of the most easiest ones to weed on the market. It's also one of the most beginner-friendly HTVs out there. So I would recommend, if you guys are new, to definitely check out the Caesar Easy Weed for your journey. So today we are making a workout tank top because it's a new year, and I know that everybody likes to set goals and they really start working out. Now, I thought it would be fun to go ahead and do like a little series here of several different things we can make with our Cricut. So I'm hoping this will give you guys an idea if you guys just got a Cricut and you guys are looking for some fun projects to make. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue to weed everything out. Here is our first layer, so we're going to set that aside and work on the next. So I'm going to show you guys as well how to layer HTV since we are using 2 colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly weed through all of these pieces. Now, whenever it comes to layering HTV, you only need to tack down your first layer, so around 2 to 5 seconds, depending on what material. I have found with Cricut Everyday Iron-On, you need around 5 seconds tack, and with Caesar Easy Weed, you just need around 2 seconds. So I'm just going to quickly run through here and grab these pieces. As you guys can see, this is a pretty beginner-friendly SVG. Not a whole lot of small, intricate weeding. This will be a great first project, like I've said, or even if you guys are wanting to make some tank tops to sell in your boutique or online, this would be a great addition. I'm going to go ahead and line everything up so you guys can see how this is going to go. So as you guys can see, this is how our design is going to look. So it says, run like your kids are looking for you. I think it's super adorable. So we're going to put down our black layer first and then the pink. So you want to put these 2 pieces together so that way you can then fold it in half to find your center. So just line everything up. You can see I started with these 2 corners here to line it up. Get a little crease mark there just at the top. And now we're going to know the center of this design. Now we are ready to prep up our t-shirt. So one of the first things that we need to do is pull out any sort of moisture and remove all of these wrinkles. So we definitely don't want to skip this step. We're working with 100% cotton here, and we can have some shrinkage. So you definitely don't want to skip this step. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take a lint roller and remove any sort of lint. If you need to smooth everything back out, you could definitely do that. So I'm just going to smooth everything back out, and now we are ready to apply our HTV. Now I do like to let my t-shirt cool down a little bit because we don't want this to start sticking, because if I go to place this down, it's going to start to heat up that adhesive. So let it cool back down a little bit, and then we're going to find that placement. So what you're going to do is, you can see this tag here. This is going to be the center of our t-shirt. So if you guys are not new here, you guys know that you need to line this up with that neck tag, and then you want to come down around 4 fingers or so. So I'm going to line this up right about here. And like I said, I'm just kind of paying attention to that tag, trying to keep it nice and straight. So once I have this down like so, I can look at it, make sure everything looks good. Once I'm happy with it, we're going to peel off our pink layer, and we are ready to press. So I'm going to apply my Cricut EasyPress just for around 2 to 3 seconds. Like I said, for the Caesar Easy Weed, 5 seconds for the Cricut. And this is a hot peel, so we can go ahead and peel that. Now make sure, depending on what brand you're using, if it's a hot peel or a cold peel. We are ready to add our next layer. I still have a little crease mark here, and now I'm just kind of lining everything up. Just like so. Now what I want to do is, I actually want to take this piece that we had on before, because I've got a little bit peeking out here, and I don't want that to touch the bottom of my platen. So I can take our first layer, and you can just simply pop it right back down to protect your Cricut. Now this time we're going to press it for the full 315 for 30 seconds. All right, so we're going to go ahead and scoot this out of our way. Once again, this is a hot peel, so I could go ahead and remove both those pieces of plastic at one time. And there you have it. Now, Cricut does recommend that you flip your t-shirt over and press it one more time for another 15 seconds. So I'm going to do that now. Now, if you were using a heat press, you definitely could skip this step. All right, looks good. And there you guys have it. Just like that, you've made your very own workout t-shirt. Run like your kids are looking for you. It's super cute. So these tank tops are very easy to make. These are very inexpensive. I got these online. I'll have a link down below for you guys. This is the brand, in case you guys are wondering. I'll bring it up. But once again, I will have it linked down below for you guys. I think these are like $2, maybe less than $2. So super, super affordable to make. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.